A happy man is one who gets what he expects to get. Welcome to Sign 32 of Section 4 of Chapter 24 of the Holy Quran. Chapter 24, named Surah to Nur. And Nur means light. Namshi. Wa inkuhu al-ayama minkum. And marry those among you minkum who are single. Ayama. There is a note to that, but we will read it only after finishing the whole verse. Min ibadakum wa imaikum. Wa imaikum. And the virtuous ones. And your slaves. Sorry. The virtuous one. Sorry. Let me take it again. Wa inkihu al-ayama minkum. Marry those among you who are single. Wasalihina min ibadikum. Wasalihina min ibadikum. And the virtuous ones among your slaves, ibadikum. Here, salihina is interpreted as virtuous among your slaves. Wa iyama, wa imaikum, male or female, among your slaves, male or female. Wa ibadikum, wa imaikum, male or female. Wa in yakunu fakara'a yignihim Allahu min fadlihi. In yakunu fakara'a it's not yak, yugnihim Allahu min fadlihi. If they are in poverty, God will give them means out of His grace, min fadlihi, out of His grace, min fadlihi. Wallahu wasi'un alimun. Wallahu wasi'un alimun. For God is ample given, wasi'un. God is ample given, wasi'un. And He knows all things, alimun. He knows all things. We go to the notes now, 2988 and 2989. So 88 first, which is against single. The subject of sex of sex ethics and manners brings us to the subject of marriage. Full stop. Then single in double inverted commas, single in double inverted commas. Single, ayama, into brackets, ayama, we read it already. Ayama, plural, ayim, ayama, single, or ayim, plural. All in brackets. Single, plural, single in inverted commas. Then into brackets, ayama, comma, plural of ayim. Plural of ayim. Plural of ayim. Ayama in English is spelled A-Y-A, or A-Y, lengthened A, then M, and then lengthened M. The lengthened, you have something like a French sign up it. Then plural or ayim, and ayim is spelled A-I-Y-I-M, brackets close. So single here means anyone not in the bond of wedlock, whether unmarried or lawfully divorced or widowed. So that's what single means here. It doesn't mean to be that you are chaste or you are virgin. The commentator is telling us that it means anyone not in the bond of wedlock, whether I'm married, whether I'm married or lawfully divorced or widowed, they are all single. Okay, let's go to the next note, 2899. 2899. We are being asked to compare chapter V, that's 5, chapter V, sign 57. It's far away. We've gone past it, far away. Then God's mercy is for all. I think that is Wasim. I think that's Wasim. Let's see. Yes, that's Wasim. What is it? God's mercy is for all. It's not confined to a class or grade of people. You find among some people somebody considered to be hopeless or not very nice looking, and God just throwing His wealth to him. Take. So no discrimination when it comes to the word wasim or ample given from God, and I think that is all, or to a confined to a class or grade of people. That's all. We go to the next sign, which is sign 33. Wali yes وليستخفف وليستخفف الذين لا يجدون نكاحا حتى يغنيهم الله من فضله. Very difficult to obey. Let those who find not the wherewithal, let those who find not the wherewithal for marriage keep themselves chaste. Wherewithal is old English, I suppose. Wherewithal, we don't use it these days. Let those who find not the wherewithal of marriage, the wherewithal for marriage, keep themselves chaste until God gives them means. Until God gives them means. Hata yugnihim Allahu min fadlihi. God gives them means out of His grace. Full stop. So this is a warning to us to try to keep being single until we are married. We see it as a difficult law. It's not. Here, God is just telling us when you are up to the age of marriage, marry, especially for the men. For the women, if you are up to the age of marriage and no suitor comes after you, keep your cool, bear it, enjoy it until God finds you one. Somebody who went to Saudi Arabia told me they were told of some two women, either sisters or twins, who had never had sex since birth, and they keep like that. May God forgive me, but I believe heaven's doors are open for them already, just for obeying this law only. They will enjoy ample sex in the hereafter. All right. من فضله حتى يغني الله من فضله. والذين يبتغون الكتاب مما ملكت أيمانكم فكاتبه فكاتبهم فكاتبهم إن علمتم In aliftum fihim khayran. Sorry for bad reading. But I suppose we just will take words one after the but the words one after the other after the reading. Where did I? Lazina chase until God out of His grace. And if any of your slaves ask for a deed in writing, into brackets, for emancipation, give them such a deed. Give them such a deed. Allazina yabtaguna al-kitaba mimma malakat aymanukum, your slaves. Your slave, mimma malakat aymanukum, your slaves. Is it aymanukum or yes, it's aymanukum, your slaves. Fakatibuhum in alimtum fihim khayran. Let me repeat it. If any of your slaves ask for a deed, that's katibihum. Where is it? Al-Katiba, your deeds, Al-Katiba. Ask for deeds in writing, into brackets, for emancipation, if they ask to be emancipated, give them such a deed. Don't force them into slavery. Give them such a deed. Atibuhum in alamtum fihim khairan. Give them such a deed if ye know any good in them. In fihim khairan, if you know any good in them. In alimtum fihim khairan, if ye know any good in them. Wa atuhum min malillahi allazi atakum. Wa atihum min malillahi allazi atakum. Give them something yourselves out of the means which God has given to you. Give them something yourselves out of the means which God has given to you. Here, wa is interpreted as year. So, the word wa has so many meanings. Wa atihum mimalillahi allazi atakum. Out of the means which God has given to you. Atakum. Allazi atakum. Wala takrihu fatayatikum. Wala takrihu fatayatikum. Force not your mates. Force not your mates. La takrihu. Force not. La takrihu. Wala takrihu fatayatikum. Fatayatikum. Force not your mates. Mates. M-A-I-D is fatayaikum. Fatayatikum. Your mates. Force not your mates. Alal bigai in arada in arada tasunan. In arada tasunan. Litabtugu aradal hayawatul dunya. Let's stop there. But first note your mates. Okay, first note your let me see. ولا تكرهوا فتياتكم على البغاء على البغاء. Let's stop there, Ada. على البغاء. But force not your mates into prostitution, bigai, into prostitution, bigai. ومن يكرهكو وما يكرهن وما يكرهن فإن الله من بعد من بعد إكره من بعد إكراههن من بعد إكراههن. Oh God, let me take it again. ومن يكرههن فإن الله من بعد إكراههن غفور رحيم. Force not your mates to prostitution when they desire chastity. When they desire chastity. In arada tahsunan. In arada tahsunan. When they desire chastity. Litabtagu aradal hayawatul dunya. When they desire chastity, in order that he may make a gain, in order that ye may make a gain in the goods of this life. Don't force them to prostitution so that you may make a gain out of them. It's happening today. In hayawatul dunya, of the life of this life. In hayawatul dunya. ومن يكرههن فإن الله من بعد إكراههن غفور رحيم. But if anyone compels them, yet after such compulsion, is God oft forgiven, most merciful to them. I love this part. In other words, if a maid is forced into slavery, not on her own will, into brackets, not on her own will, God is He, out of His mercy, who will forgive her. And it's happening today. People carry people from other countries across oceans, sometimes across mountains, across rivers, to other places to do prostitution against the will of their mates. They may not even be aware of it. It's happening to just carry people from West Africa, take them to Dubai, Saudi Arabia, as if they're going to work, and force them into prostitution. They will cry and cry and cry to be heard by nobody. Such girls or such mates are forgiven by God. And it's happening today. Out of His mercy. Yet after such compulsion is God, all forgiven and most merciful to them, into brackets, to them, who are Rahimun Gafurun, or Gafurun Rahimun. We have, how many commentaries do we have there? I think we have 90. Yes, we have 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. Let's do them. Let's do the commentaries first. 90 is against means. God will give them the means out of his grace. 90. A Muslim marriage requires some sort of dua for the wife. If the man cannot afford that, he must wait and keep himself chaste. It is no excuse. uh, It is no excuse for him to say that he must satisfy his natural cravings within or outside marriage. It must be within marriage. Mm. It is no excuse for him to say that he must satisfy his natural cravings within or outside marriage. Full stop. It must be within marriage. In other words, he shouldn't go to prostitutes. Pardon me. Like most of us under pressure do, especially young ones. Look left and right, you enter. You shouldn't do that. Pardon me for laughing. It's a serious thing. All right. Uh, that was 90. We go to 91. Mm. I think it's about giving slaves their freedom. 91, 2991. The law of slavery, in the legal sense of the term, is now obsolete. It no longer works. It's now obsolete. While while it had any meaning, Islam made the slaves' lot as easy as possible. While it had any meaning, Islam made the slaves, apostrophe, apostrophe s, the slaves' lot as easy as possible. A slave, male or female, could ask for conditional manumission. For conditional manumission. Manumission is spelled AMNUMISSION. For conditional manumission by a written deed fixing the amount required for manumission, and allowing the slave meanwhile to earn money by lawful means. Full stop. Such a deed was not to be refused if the request was genuine and the slave had character. And the slave had character. Here, I think good character. And the slave had character. Full stop. Not only that, but the mother is directed to help with money out of his own resources in order to enable the slave to earn his or her own liberty. We go to 992, and 992 is about forcing maids into slavery. 992. Where slavery was legal, what is now called, where slavery was legal, what is now called the white slave traffic. The white slave traffic, and that's in double inverted commas. What is now called the white slave traffic was carried on by wicked people like Abdullah bin Ubay, the hypocrite leader of Medina. Full stop. So I don't know why the name white is given to it. So in other words, Islam made good rules for slaves for the management of slaves. But all these rules have been abandoned. They are obsolete now. They are obsolete now. Uh, Hypocrite leader like leader at Medina. This is obsolete. This is absolutely condemned. Full stop. While modern nations have abolished ordinary slavery, the white slave traffic is still a big social problem in individual states. Full stop. Here it is. Here it is absolutely condemned. Full stop. No more despicable trade can be imagined. It's there, my dear commentator. I'm so afraid. It's there. Hmm? There is despicable trade still going on in the world. Okay, we're now going to go to 29, 23. 29, 23 is against prostitution still. 29, 23. Now go to 29, 23. I've translated in, in, in double inverted commas. I interpreted in, then into brackets, literally if also in double inverted commas. So I've translated in literally if, by when, mm, by when also in double inverted commas, because this is not a conditional clause, but an explanatory clause, explaining the meaning of force. Force also, the word force also is in double inverted commas, full stop. Then again, double inverted commas. Forcing a person necessarily means that it is against the wish or inclination of the person forced. If Even if they were to give a formal consent, it is not valid. So if you force somebody who gives formal consent, it is not valid. Mm. No, I don't know what that means, but maybe if you force to sleep with somebody and within the process she is responding reciprocally uh, in a reciprocal manner, it's not valid. Something like that. Uh, we now go to 94, the last of the 5 comments. 94, 2994. The poor, unfortunate girls who are victims of such a nefarious trade will will get will yet the poor, unfortunate girls who are victims of such a nefarious trade will yet find mercy from God, whose bounties extend to all his creatures. God is great. Allahu Akbar. Mm. Okay, that's note 2994. Mm. Let's go to the last sign, which is 34. Sign 34. وَلَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكُمْ آيَاتٍ مُبَيِّنَاتٍ آيَاتٍ مُبَيِّنَاتٍ. We have already sent down to you verses making things clear. آيَاتٍ مُبَيِّنَاتٍ. وَمَثْلًا مِنَ الَّذِينَ خَلُوا مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ. Making things clear. An illustration, مثلا, an illustration from the story of, where the story of is in brackets, The story of is in brackets. So an illustration from the story of people who passed away before you. Mm. Mubaraka. ومثلا illustration من الذين حالوا من قبلكم who passed before you. حالوا من قبلكم uh, of people who passed before you. Mm. Uh, من قبلكم وموعظة للمتقين وموعظة وموعظة للمتقين uh, before you, and an admonition admonition موعظة mm, admonition for those who fear للمتقين, those who fear God. God is inverted. God is in brackets. للمتقين, for those who fear God. You see, about two words. وموعظة للمتقين. That's all. Then in English, let's go to English. Mm. An admonition for those who fear God. There's only one commentary, 2995. Let's go there. 2995. This prepares the way for the magnificent face of light that follows and its sublime meaning. Do we do that? Let's see if we have enough time. Oh, I think we should leave it for the next episode. Mhm. And so this is sign 34. And what we just read is a note 2995 to sign 34. We shall pause here, viewers. When we come back, we will go to section 5, which begins with sign 36. Thank you very much. Ilalaka Baba Au revoir. May God bless you all and pardon me for my trespass.